such action.
Thank you very much. The next question, a lady over there, please.
Hello, everybody. It's an honor, Ms. Clinton. My name is Amila Briga, and my question revolves around just that, on what we should do here in order to get more women into office, since that's a huge problem, where men hold all major positions, and we are never even had women come close holding any of these high positions, let alone be president. So my question to you would be, how should we handle this, and how do you think we should fight this in order to see more successful women high up like yourself here in Bosnia? Thank you.
Well, it won't surprise you to hear that I'm a very strong believer in women playing an active role in the public life of their country. And so, for me, it just makes sense because women are half the population and have an enormous amount of talent and much to contribute. Many of you who are students in the universities and the high schools here are working hard to achieve your own personal goals, and I would like to see you given more opportunities to contribute to the future of Bosnia-Herzegovina. So I think there are several things. One is a program that Aida knows called Vital Voices, which I helped to start about 15 years ago in the United States, brings women from Sarajevo or from other places in the world to learn some of the skills that are required to be in public life, because it is harder for women. I will certainly admit that. So you do need to have skills, you need to acquire the understanding of how to participate in a democracy or a bureaucracy so that you're fully prepared, so that there cannot be any question whatsoever of your readiness to serve. And then I think there's no substitute for getting out there and trying. I have been involved in the political life of my country for a very long time. Both with my husband and on my own. And I know how challenging it can be to be a woman in public life. But it's also very rewarding, and we need more women in your country and elsewhere. So I would urge you to keep preparing yourself, educating yourself, learning how the system works, and being persistent. Being persistent in your bureaucracies and being persistent in the parties, the political parties, and then even running for election. In my own experience, I've run for election 3 times. I've won twice and lost once. And you do it out in public. It sometimes is very difficult because the expectations for women are still different than they are for men in these positions. But I think it's important. So I would urge any young woman here who wants to play a part in the future of your country in the public life to do so. But secondly, there are many ways to serve. Serving in the private sector, helping to create jobs and economic opportunity by starting businesses, working in businesses, that's also a great contribution. And in civil society, which is an equally important partner for any democracy. So starting NGOs, as Aida has, to help bring more women into the public arena. So there are many different ways to serve, and I think it's important that this country utilizes the talents of every one of its young people, men and women, to help build that better future.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to this side, lady over there. In a white dress, yes.
Respected. My name is Daria Cesar, and I'm 4th year of high school in Mostar. I speak in front of young people involved in the organization Civitas. Today, they are telling us that we will not have civic education in our schools anymore. And I don't know how new generation will develop skills that they need so they could know how to participate. So, my question is, how important for the future of Bosnia and Herzegovina that all students have civic education and that they are educated on how to participate? Thank you.
Thank you. It's a very important question. I believe strongly in civic education, and I think it's particularly important in a pluralistic society like yours, where you do need to not only be informed about your history, but about the way a democracy works, the way the institutions should be governed, what you should expect of your leaders, because I know very well that trying to get more effective, accountable government is critically important for Bosnia-Herzegovina. So I think civic education is essential. I would also suggest that there needs to be more sharing of educational experiences among young people from different ethnic backgrounds. Many of you were very young when the war ended. You don't remember what it was like when people lived together, when there were neighborhood streets where Croats, Bosniaks, and Serbs all were together, where they attended each other's weddings, where they went to funerals together, where they were part of the same community. So I think that needs to be reintroduced. And I'm not saying it would be easy, but I think it's essential. We have seen in other countries that have come through periods of conflict that civic education, particularly including real-life experiences where you can go from your madrasa to the gymnasium, from the university to a community center, where you can begin to talk to each other as fellow human beings and try to overcome the vestiges of the past, can change minds and maybe, more importantly, change hearts. So I hope that at the national level there is a commitment to civic education, and I hope at the civil society level there's a commitment to bringing people together across some of the lines that divide. Because again, pluralism is not easy. A multi-ethnic democracy is not easy, but you have a chance to do it in a way that has never been done in Europe, and we stand ready to help. We have a lot of experience in my country with civic education, with getting people who are black and white or Hispanic or Asian or come from entirely different backgrounds to work together, to go to school together, to listen to each other, and we would be more than willing to share some of that experience with you.
Thank you very much. Yes, the gentleman over there with the glasses.